Many people over 50 find they cannot stand up from a standard chair without pushing off with their hands. This is not a small inconvenience. It is a critical warning sign of sarcopenia, the medical term for age-related muscle loss, and it is a direct threat to your independence. The common belief is that you must fight this with painful, high-impact exercises that damage your joints. This is not only incorrect, it is often counterproductive. Today, we will discuss a different, medically sound approach. I am going to show you 6 specific isometric or static hold exercises. These are not about building bulk. They are designed to safely and effectively rebuild the precise, functional strength you need for daily life, to get out of that chair, to climb stairs, and to prevent a life-altering fall. These methods are proven, and they work. Let's begin with the first exercise, which a video I reviewed called a modified wall sit. I recommend this to my patients because it directly addresses the problem of rising from a chair. Unlike a full deep squat, which can create excruciating pressure on an arthritic kneecap, this modification is joint sparing. You stand with your entire back flat against a wall, then walk your feet out about 1.5 feet. From there, you slowly slide down the wall until your knees are only halfway bent. This halfway position is key. It keeps the mechanical load on the muscles, your quadriceps and glutes, rather than compressing the patellofemoral joint. You are building strength in the exact range of motion you use every day. The video correctly noted that this sustained hold temporarily slows blood flow. When you release, fresh, nutrient-rich blood rushes back in, a process called reactive hyperemia, which aids muscle growth. What's more, you are training your type 1 or slow-twitch muscle fibers. These are your endurance fibers, the ones that support your posture all day, and they are the first to atrophy with sarcopenia. A static hold is the perfect way to retrain them. You must breathe. Do not hold your breath. Breathe deeply. Start by holding for 20 seconds, and over weeks, work up to 45 or 90 seconds. This is a direct investment in your mobility. Strength, however, is useless without balance. As a physician, I must be clear. The leading cause of injury-related death in older adults is falling. An exercise described as a balance guardian, the single leg stand, is your most effective insurance policy. Balance is not one thing. It's a complex system. Think of it as a 3-legged stool. Your vision, your inner ear's vestibular system, and, most importantly, proprioception. Proprioception is your body's unconscious sense of where it is in space, based on signals from nerves in your joints. As we age, these signals slow down. This exercise retrains them. Stand near a wall for safety. Lift 1 foot just an inch. The original video correctly instructed to keep a microbend in the standing knee. This is critical. A locked knee is stable because of static ligaments. A slightly bent knee forces hundreds of tiny muscles in your foot, ankle, and hip to fire constantly to keep you upright. You will wobble. That wobble is not failure. That wobble is your nervous system learning. It is your brain and muscles strengthening their communication, making your reflexes faster. This is the skill that saves you when you step on an uneven sidewalk. Fix your gaze on a point on the wall. This anchors your visual system and makes it easier. Start with 15 seconds. When you can hold for 30 seconds, you have measurably reduced your fall risk. Now that we've addressed the strength to stand up and the balance to stay standing, we must address the engine of your body's movement, the posterior chain. A very common complaint I hear from my older patients is chronic, nagging lower back pain. Many assume it's an inevitable part of aging. More often, it is a direct symptom of what a video I saw aptly called dead butt syndrome. Medically, we call this a gluteal amnesia. It is a direct result of a sedentary lifestyle. When you sit for hours, your glutes, the largest and most powerful muscles in your body, effectively forget how to activate. but you still need to stand up and walk. So your body compensates. It recruits muscles that were never meant to do that job, primarily your hamstrings and your lower back muscles, the lumbar erectors. This overuse is what causes that chronic ache and stiffness. The bridge hold is a powerful corrective exercise because it teaches your glutes to do their job again. You lie on your back, knees bent, feet flat. Before you lift, you must consciously squeeze your glutes. This is the most important step. You are re-establishing the mind-muscle connection. Then, pressing through your heels, you lift your hips until you form a straight line from knees to shoulders. No higher. The most common mistake is arching the back, which just puts more strain on the lumbar spine. You must hold this position, keeping that glute contraction. This isolation retrains your brain to use the right muscles, taking the burden off your lower back. Hold for 30 seconds and work up to a minute. We have addressed forward and backward movement, but life is not lived in a straight line. We step sideways to get out of a car. We pivot to reach for something. We navigate crowds. Most conventional exercises, like walking or even the bridge, operate in the sagittal plane. Injuries often happen when we are forced to move in the frontal or side-to-side plane. This is why the side lunge hold, which a video called the Stability Master, is so important. You stand with your feet much wider than your shoulders. You shift your weight to one side, bending that knee, while keeping the other leg completely straight. Only go as low as is comfortable. Keep your chest up. You will feel this in the side of your hip. That is the gluteus medius, a critical pelvic stabilizer. When you walk, every time you lift your right foot, your left gluteus medius must contract to keep your pelvis level. If it is weak, your hip drops, creating an unstable, waddling gait known as a Trendelenburg gait. This not only increases fall risk, it puts shearing forces on your knees. This static hold builds the specific endurance in that stabilizer muscle, fixing the imbalances the original video mentioned and making every step you take safer and more efficient. Hold for 30 seconds on each side. We have secured the large muscles of the hip and thigh. Now, we must address the lower leg and its vital role in your cardiovascular health. Many of my patients, especially those with circulatory issues, complain of swollen ankles, heavy or achy legs, particularly at the end of the day. A simple heel raise hold can provide significant relief. A video I saw called this the calf pump, which is a perfect medical description. Your calf muscles, primarily the gastrocnemius and soleus, act as your second heart. Deep within your legs are veins surrounded by these muscles. When the muscles contract, they squeeze the veins, pushing deoxygenated blood back up to your heart against gravity. This is the venous pump. As we become more sedentary, this pump becomes inefficient. Blood pools in the lower extremities, leading to edema, swelling, and that heavy, achy feeling. By simply standing near a wall for balance, rising as high as you can onto the balls of your feet, and holding that position, you are creating a sustained isometric contraction that activates this pump. You are manually assisting your circulation. This is powerful. But there is a critical safety warning. You must breathe. Many people instinctively hold their breath during a hard hold. This is the Valsalva maneuver, and it can cause a rapid, dangerous spike in your blood pressure. If you have hypertension, this is a serious risk. Breathe normally and steadily. Hold for 30 seconds and work up to 60. Finally, we must connect everything. You cannot have stable limbs without a stable center. This is where the dead bug hold comes in. The name is strange, but it is one of the safest and most effective exercises for building true core stability. Its genius is that it teaches your body to disassociate, to move your limbs while keeping your torso rigid. This is coordination. You lie on your back, knees bent at 90 degrees, arms pointing to the ceiling. The most important step is to press your lower back firmly into the floor. There must B. No gap. This engages your transverse abdominis, your deep internal corset muscle. Now, as the video described, you slowly reach your right arm back over your head while simultaneously straightening your left leg until it hovers above the floor. You do this without letting your back arch. The moment it arches, you have lost your core. You must hold this position. This is proximal stability for distal mobility. It trains your core to brace, which is exactly what you need to do when you reach for something on a high shelf or catch yourself from a stumble. So you have these 6 exercises. The recommendation I saw was to perform them 3 times per week on non-consecutive days, such as Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This is medically sound. Your muscles do not get stronger during the exercise. They adapt and grow during the rest day. This recovery period is essential. The original video also wisely suggested starting with just 3 exercises, like the wall sit, bridge hold, and calf raises. Master them. Perfect form is your first priority. Consistency will always be more effective than intensity. This is not about vanity. This is a functional medical grade plan to maintain your independence and live life on your own terms.